Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour on this Tuesday. Obviously a little somber here. The shooting in Boulder, Colorado at the King Super. For those of you that maybe don't know King Super, it's I believe Kroger owns it, like Fry's here in Arizona. The supermarket shooting. The shooter has been identified here just a little while ago. Well, at least I just saw it a little while ago. Ahmad Al-Alawi Alyssa, if I'm pronouncing that right. Let's just say what it is. According to family members, a mentally disturbed individual that was an active Trump hater. So I'm sure, once again, the former president, will get the blame for this one as well. But our hearts go out to the people that lost their lives, their families. I don't know what else to say about it other than, the mental illness in this country. It's off the charts. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's always been here. I don't know, but it just sure seems like we're seeing more and more of these people that people know that they have mental issues, but not enough's being done. But our thoughts and prayers go out to the family out there. 800-951-0592. That is our toll-free number here at the Patriot Trading Group. All American Gold is the website. We have so much to talk about. We're going to get to a lot of news. We've got Jay Powell, Janet Yellen testifying in front of Congress about, spend more money. We're getting details. Holy cow. $3 trillion in growing now. I think this is for infrastructure, the Green New Deal. Just get ready. Inflation is going to be rampant. It's scary what's in there. I'm going to start giving you the details as we have them. But this is right out of the AOC playbook. And it's something where as we watch this administration here, we've yet to see Joe Biden in any type of a question and answer. We're supposed to see him in a couple of days. That's what I'm hearing. He's supposed to, and I don't know what it's going to be. If he's just going to talk, not field questions. This is the least seen president in the modern era by design. Listen, and I've said it before. He's not in charge. He's not. He doesn't have the faculties. He doesn't have the capacity to be in charge. And once again, the powers that be, they got the patsy they wanted, and this is what we prepare for. This is why you take your time and you put some money away and you put it into gold and silver. You don't put it all in. We've said this a million times. Be diversified. Right? Listen, I still think. Listen, the stock market's still going to have another good year. Why? Because we're going to spend trillions. Now, here's the funny thing. There's more than just the infrastructure and the Green New Deal. They still want another round of stimulus before it's over. We're also starting to hear some of the tax things. These things are just dropping the bucket stuff. This is absolutely reckless. We had one Federal Reserve member. Of course, there's only one, and I liken it to the central bank CYA. They get one guy. It was Harker. He's a Federal Reserve president. Harker came out and said, "Hey, I think we may raise rates next year." Okay, whatever. Obviously, you've already admitted the inflation is going to be well above the target. Shouldn't we already be raising rates? But of course not. And again, they really can't. That's kind of the dilemma that they're in right now. But as we watch all of this play out, today the testimony from, like I said, Treasury Secretary Yellen, Chairman Jay Powell, this having to do with the stimulus they've already passed. Kind of late, right? Maybe they're just preparing for the next one. Everyone getting a check. Just remember, as I believe the second round of checks is now coming out tomorrow. Second round of checks coming out tomorrow. One of my friends said to me, because we have recreational marijuana here now. And when it first happened, there was lines out the door, and then the lines kind of went away. The lines are back. The lines are back. And he said to me, he goes, and everybody's there spending their stimulus check. Yeah, I'm like, that's what they did. Yes, dope them up. This is what it's for. This is what I've been saying the whole time. Listen, hey, just be a good citizen. Don't be the Boulder shooter. Go to the marijuana store, buy your weed. If you're in Colorado, Oregon, you can buy your mushrooms, right? Maybe you go out and buy yourself a new iPhone or something like that, right? And don't worry, just be patient, and we'll send you another check, right? So you can stock back up again. And you think we're kidding? Everything is going to be determined about whether or not, how good of a citizen are you. Then that'll determine what you get to do and what you don't get to do. Patriot Radio News Hour. Just a weird day. We'll be back right after the break. 800-951-0592. Get ready. Postal rates. I don't mean to laugh. They're going to skyrocket. I just saw it, just passed. They've come up with a plan to be at break even by 2023. Now, in case you guys don't know, the post office over the last 10 years, they average about $16 billion a year in losses. That's the average. Now, it's actually been higher than that lately. And I was just reading some of the stuff they said, and let me just put it this way, as nicely as I can. We're going to have to jack up the price. That's the big plan from the post office, and they're claiming 95% or more timely delivery of mail. I would listen. I'd probably be happy at 75% the way it's been lately. Not a knock on the postal workers. But, again, one more thing, and I'm sure, don't worry, though, it won't be inflationary because they're going to upgrade some of their fleet is what they're saying. So I'm sure the Fed is going to tell us that doesn't count either. Joe Biden's economic advisors. Can we just say who they are? AOC, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren are putting together a sweeping $3 trillion package to boost the economy, reduce carbon emissions, and narrow economic inequality. You want economic equality? Stop taking away from success and giving it to failure. That will help. Sending everybody a check does not help. It does not help economic inequality. It actually does the opposite. This is a typical liberal agenda. Think about all of these liberal cities. I mean, we've tried this everywhere. New York, Chicago, Baltimore, Atlanta, Detroit, right? The list goes on. Every city in California, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland. All as it does is make things worse. Right? We are going to become even more dependent. It's a brilliant plan. Remember, think about what we talked about yesterday. Make everything so complicated that when the time is right, you're a criminal. Right? Think about taxes. Nobody can do their own taxes. Right? And even then, if you're uber rich, right, you've got a flock of people doing your taxes. And then, of course, oh, wow, this one was wrong, and that, they should have done this or that, whatever. You're a criminal. Oh, you posted this on Facebook. You said this on Twitter. You're not going to get your check this month. This is not going to help. This makes it worse. All it does is make more people more dependent upon the government. The government needs to get out of the way. Here's how they're going to begin. With a giant infrastructure plan that will be, financed in part. And they said maybe. It may be financed in part, maybe not, through tax increases on corporations and the rich. I haven't seen any tax increases that come anywhere close to what they want to spend. After months of internal debate, the Biden advisors are expected to present the spending proposal to the president and congressional leaders this week, as well as begin outreach to industry and labor groups, right? This is, think about NAFTA and GATT, right? All that. Don't you wish we could go back and redo that? On Monday, Biden's National Climate Advisor. Yes, you heard me right. The National Climate Advisor. Didn't even know we had such a post, but here it is. Gina McCarthy discussed his infrastructure plan. I'm not even touching that. I didn't know Gina was a guy's name. I don't know. So if I'm ignorant there, I apologize. And their role on combating climate change in a meeting with the oil and gas industry executives. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think it's even feasible. Because I've started seeing the details of this plan. The amount of land that we would need to generate the amount of wind and solar that they're talking about. I don't even know that it's feasible. I mean, the only place I think they could go would be out here kind of in the Southwest where there's a lot of federal land. There's a lot of federal land here in Arizona. A lot of federal land here in the West. Just think about all that federal land and now just picture wind turbines and solar panels as far as the eye can see. I mean, you're talking about thousands and thousands of square miles. But they're meeting with the oil and gas to tell them, get ready, your job's going. Well, that's what they would love. They caution that the details are still in flux. Yeah, they're in flux. Don't worry. You need to pass the bill to find out what's in it. We all know that. The scope of the proposal highlights the aggressive approach the Biden administration wants to take. Listen, this is all the worst things we thought of. Right? Joe Biden isn't taking the middle. There's no middle ground there. Right? This is extreme far left policy. Let me tell you, think about what it's going to cost. Just for a minute, picture this. You got to plug your car in every day. Your wife's got a car. Got to plug in. Maybe you got a couple of kids that got to plug in. And at 12 cents a kilowatt hour, maybe you come out about the same. You come out ahead if you only have one car. Okay. But anything over that. How about all these apartments? Where are these people going to plug in? Have you ever thought of that? Where are these people going to plug in? I mean, here in Arizona, it's apartment central now. But think about what all of this is going to cost. The cheapest electricity, cheapest, it's still coal, it's cheapest. Now, we're not going to do that. The next cheapest is what? You know, you got your natural gas and your oil plants. This is what they want to get rid of. I mean, I don't even know. When's the last time a coal plant even got built in this country? It's been decades. The actual cost is going to be incredible. Now, don't forget, how do you think all of these roads get paid for? How do you think that happens? Think it's magic? I don't know. You know, I pay my taxes. Every time you fill up that car, a big chunk of what you're paying for the price of that gallon of gas is taxes for the road. Where's that revenue going to come from? Now you throw on top of it, right? Can you imagine, instead of registering your car, you register your car and I don't know, it's $200, $300, $400, $500. Now imagine registering your car, getting your new tags, and it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. On top of the cost for electricity is going to be through the roof. It's just going to be massive. And again, I'm just looking at the plan itself. $1.9 trillion that we've already spent. Now they want to add another $3 trillion in this infrastructure bill. Again, I don't know where all the land's going to come from. You know, that's going to be something where, like, I don't know, how does New York going to fit into all of this? There is no land up there to build enough of any of this stuff to make it work. Their discussions, given the size of the proposal, is talking about how they're going to approach this, and they have the votes as long as they get everybody in line, and it's easy to do. Think about it. Somebody's not voting for it. Let's just say Kristen Sinema. Well, okay. Hey, tell you what, Kristen. Here's a bunch of money for Arizona. How about now? You want to vote for it now? Yes. Yes. Here you go. Joe Manchin, West Virginia. Here's a bunch of money. Right, here's a bunch of pork. We'll just add it on to all of those things. And I don't know. It's just crazy to think about this is what they're going to do. This is what they want. The cost of everything is going to be so expensive. It's going to be hard to understand. I mean, I keep thinking about it's 115 degrees out. Everybody drives home from work, right? And you got to plug your car in. And your wife's got to plug her car in. And your kid's got to plug the car in. And repeat this at every one of your neighbors' houses, all these apartment I don't know. Can you build enough solar panels to do that? I don't think so. And at what cost? I mean, that's the problem. I guess we could, right? Hey, we're America. Look, we can do it. Why not? Right? We'll take something the size of the Grand Canyon, and we will just build solar panels till the cows come home. I mean, we already, you should say, if you ever drive to, like, San Diego, like past Gila Bend, I mean, there's solar panels that, for miles. Now forget about miles. That's not enough. Hundreds and hundreds, thousands of miles of solar panels. I guess we could do it. The price of silver is going to be about $1,000. The price of platinum is probably going to be $10,000. The price of palladium probably be about $10,000. Rhodium, I don't know, $250,000. What do you think it would cost to make up for that? What would they have to charge per kilowatt to make up for that? By the way, as a side note, the overall price tag of the package could include $4 trillion. Such it includes several tax incentives. Let me tell you, it's going to be $4 trillion because they got to get enough pork in there to get all the Democrats to stay in line. Wow. They want to encourage energy efficiency in existing buildings as well in the plan. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to see what that costs. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back. Welcome back, 800-951-0592. I got to break in here. I know we're talking about now apparently they say $3 trillion, then you read it, they're really going to spend $4 trillion on this infrastructure Green New Deal. This is just breaking. This is in regards to the shooting in Boulder. President Biden has been briefed. The Colorado shooter had ISIS sympathies, per White House officials. National security agencies are tracking information that the Boulder shooter, Aman al-Issa, planned to travel to Syria this summer, but was unable due to the COVID lockdowns, per the White House. Early information from a national security agency suggests the Boulder shooter planned to target the Trump rally in Colorado Springs last February, but decided to wait until the one on March 13th in Denver, where he was going to launch an attack. Of course, that got canceled due to COVID. Kind of brings up again what did we know, right? This guy was obviously on somebody's watch list, and how this happens. Another breakdown here that it appears to be, and again, keep listening to 1360. I know our guys will be all over what the facts are of the shooting, but I wanted to pass that along as it came out that this was an ISIS sympathizer. Allegedly, apparently it looks that way, wanted to travel to Syria, had planned to attack President Trump's when he was playing, back when he was getting ready to go campaigning, and then it got canceled due to COVID. So I wanted to pass that along because earlier it was a mental health issue, and now it seems to be a whole lot more than just that. So that's the latest there. And like I said, as we learn more, we'll be sharing it with everyone. Again, our hearts go out to all the people and all their families that lost their lives. And of course, Boulder, another great place to attack. They don't allow guns there. If more people were armed, that guy would have went down. Anyway, that's a different show for somebody else. Getting back to what we're talking about here. I don't know that it's not even possible. I don't think. Well, I shouldn't think it. It's possible, but at what cost? I mean, you're talking about on the back of a napkin. I'm just taking an educated guess at this. Take your power bill, triple it, quadruple it. Really, unfortunately, I think I'm lying to you. I feel like it should be 10 times. 10 times. You got a $500 power bill, probably be $5,000. The cost of the raw materials needed to build. People just think, what do you think that poof, you just build a solar panel? You know how much goes into it? The amount of silver and platinum and palladium and rhodium, not to mention all the other stuff. You know, they got the steel that's involved, and they got to rotate to follow the sun, and all the little motors and all these other parts. I don't see. You got to buy silver. You have to. I mean, platinum and rhodium are already super expensive, but that's just what it looks like right now as we're going through the proposal from the Biden administration. I have no idea if he's even going to talk about this at his press conference that allegedly is going to happen on Friday. I don't know. My guess is Janet Yellen and Jay Powell are going to be all for this. Go big. And this thing is massive. There's more aid in there for families. He wants to give them $300 a month. So think about this. He wants to give you $300 a month for every kid. But if your power bill goes up $600 a month, is it worth it? You actually ended up poor. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what's going to happen out there. Right now, I've got an opportunity on some Silver Eagles at $730 a roll. That's saving $20 a roll right now. I've got about 5 cases. It's still expensive. You know, you look at silver right now at $25.25. That works out to $36.50 a unit. But that is the cheapest price I've seen on Silver Eagles in a year. So if you're looking to add to your silver holdings, U.S. Silver Eagles right now at $730. I'm working on dimes, quarters, and half dollars. Hopefully before the next break, I'll be able to get that to you. But the Biden administration are releasing early bullet points about their new plan. They're talking about spending, financing the plan with reducing federal spending. Now, again, you just said we're going to spend $4 trillion. But we'll reduce federal spending by $700 billion over a decade. Okay, on what? They're like allowing Medicare to negotiate prescription drug costs with pharmaceutical companies. This is one of those make you feel good type stories. Because you hear it all the time. We know this. Listen, we live near the border here. Everybody in Arizona knows if you drive over to Mexico, you can get your prescription for less. Heck, we've built retirement communities based solely on that fact. Right? Yuma, Arizona. Right? You guys know what I'm talking about. All that's going to happen in this is the drug companies are going to lower the cost of some drugs, jack up the cost of other drugs, but it's just going to make you feel a whole lot better. And, of course, the drugs that you probably actually are going to need aren't going to be on the plan. I'll tell you what else they talked about. Raising taxes. That was the other big nut in this. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592. By the way, these Silver Eagles are not 2021s. They're not available, and they're so expensive. You're looking 2021s. You're looking at $15 to $20 over spot on Silver Eagles. So today, I got U.S. Silver Eagles at $730 a roll. If you buy 15 rolls or more, take another $5 off. So that would be $7.25. At 15 rolls, that's $25 a roll less than the regular price. So this is a great opportunity. And it sounds weird. And you're paying $10, $11 over a spot, and you're saying a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. We know, listen, is it going to be $4 trillion? I don't know. Here's what I do know. It's going to be at least 3. And unfortunately, I feel like it is going to be 4. This Green New Deal thing, this is real. The inflation that I keep telling you about, this is real. And I talk to so many people. I got friends that are in the food industry. You don't even want to hear these discussions. They keep raising their price, and then they're like, I haven't raised them enough. Every time I reorder, everything's more expensive. Some stuff they order all the time. Some stuff, hey, I may not order for 3 to 6 months. And then when I go to order, oh my God, the cost doubled. We've talked about lumber. Listen, what this is going to do, the cost of power is going to go through the roof. And the amount of silver that is needed to build all this stuff, incredible. So U.S. Silver Eagles at $7.30 a roll. Buy 15 or more, $7.25. Right? And that puts us, that's as cheap as anybody else out there. $50. $2.45. $2.45 a roll. That's about $2 an ounce less than a Silver Eagle. That's $15 off. I've got a bag of halves. I've got 2 bags of quarters and 1 bag of dimes. The quarters are at $2.35. $2.35. That's about, like $3.50 less than a Silver Eagle. The dimes are $117.50. So I know that's a lot. Let's go over it again. Rolls of U.S. Silver Eagles. These are not 2021s. These are going to be back date. $730 a roll. If you buy 15 rolls or more, $725. Rolls of $50 at $2.45 a roll. Rolls of silver quarters at $2.35, and rolls of dimes at $117.50 at 800-951-0592. So outside of the Medicare negotiation, talking about raising taxes on high-earning individual households, again, I believe that number is 400,000. So it's a kind of a little misnomer, high-earning households for me, probably at least $1 million, but raising it from 37 to 39.6. So could you imagine? Think about what that does to the people in California, New York. Get ready. The flood is still happening, right? Now listen, the poor people can't leave, right? The poor people can't leave. Just the really rich people getting ready to head out of town. So 39.6 is what they're proposing right now. And that's just the federal level. Again, you got to remember, you got to throw in the state level. I think that would bring states like California to like 54 or 55% of all your income if you're high net worth. One question exactly is how the Biden campaign's promise not to tax anyone at less than $400,000 would actually work. It won't. By the way, they're saying, the top rate, $500,000 for individuals, $600,000 for couples. So that's the number, not $400,000. I guess I was off a little bit on that. And then they started talking about, is there even enough land to build the amount of solar power and wind power that they're talking about, and I don't know the answer. I mean, it's thousands of square miles, and wow, I can't believe it. Oh, also in here, they want to give tax incentives to take existing buildings and make them, I guess, climate friendly. Let me tell you what, that sounds really good, doesn't it? Yes, that sounds wonderful. Do you know what it's going to do to the rents? To the cost, to the price? Right? Again, all of this stuff, it sounds great. Right? We can all sing Kumbaya and hold hands and give the world a Coke and all that other stuff, and we'll just, everybody's going to be happy. There's going to be no racism. There's going to be no anything, right? No ISIS things, no mass shootings, no this, no that. Everybody's going to get a trophy. It's going to be wonderful, and we're just going to send out checks to everybody. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? And now, everywhere we live, we're going to be eco-friendly. Patriot Radio News Hour. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. The $4 trillion now. I know you're going to see headlines. All the headlines say $3 trillion. But then you open it up and you actually read. It's actually $4 trillion. Because they have a whole bunch of tax incentives and pork and all this other stuff, and of course they're throwing in some child tax credits. You know, you got to do that, right? Some tax breaks for the poor and a whole bunch of other stuff in there as well. I just want to know. Listen, I think they're going to get something passed. It's going to be significant. We're not even going to come close to paying for it. But more importantly, what does it do to the cost of everything? The answer is really simple. What it's going to cost is going to be something where, you know, when they talked about, listen, they know 2% inflation. What a lie. I told you, go all the way back. You can find them. They're on YouTube somewhere. Back when they came up with this bullcrap 2% inflation thing during the financial crisis, I told you then. They don't mean that. And 2% was just the introductory number. Look at today already. Okay, well, it's going to be more than 2. Yeah, okay. But it's going to be temporary. No, it's not. It's not going to stop at 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And then what are we going to do? We're just going to be, we are now permanently stuck in sending people checks. Have you figured it out yet? The more money we send to everybody, the more stuff costs. Have you not figured that out yet? The more money we spend, the more stuff costs. It's just that simple. Put some gold and silver away, and this is my infrastructure spending plan, which you should allocate to metals, buy silver based on this news, because the amount of solar and wind turbines, I don't know, maybe what we could do, what state could we do without? Maybe we take, I don't know, New Mexico, or I don't know if Montana would work. I guess you got to have enough sun. Can we get one state and we'll just, level it and just turn it into one big solar farm? Because that's probably about what we're talking about here, as far as just the land mass needed to support all of this stuff. So get ready. U.S. Silver Eagles rolls 1 through 14 at 7:30. If you buy 15 rolls or more, you're saving $25 an ounce off the regular price. That'll be $7.25 a roll. Half dollars are at $2.45 a roll. The cheapest silver I have per ounce are in the quarters and the dimes. The quarters at $2.35. The dimes are at $1.1750. I will get these prices updated online as well. Don't forget, too, I keep forgetting to mention, we still have we probably sold about half now of all those little odds and ends. If you go out to our shopping cart and hit the silver button, you'll see all these one-off type coins, all of them priced well below market. So pick some of those up as well. Why not? 800-951-0592. God bless everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow.